Well, hello.
Welcome to Marital 8.
I gotta turn on some comments and things of that nature.
Well, I can see my comments. What are you doing wrong over there?
Mm,
My hair is a little cuckoo at the moment,
what
though.
about the banners? The banners are not up. Let's put the ticker up.
Jesus
Going
Christ, so
back
you've
to
been
the brand.
slacking lately.
I have. Well, that's just my slacking nature.
Welcome to Marital Hate.
I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy. We don't hate each other usually. Not today.
No,
Sometimes.
sometimes so.
The,
You
the
never
name
know.
can be very misleading. So it's a live interactive podcast for those of you who have never watched before. We have a live interactive podcast. We do it most weeknights.
Yeah, and we are
Most of the
live.
time.
Yeah.
And it's live and it's interactive. And half the fun is when people interact, because then they make friends with each other and we talk to them, and I don't know, it's a good time. So
It's
make
like
sure if you're here, you're commenting and maybe telling your friends about us,
It's
because
a lot of hoopla.
we put a lot of effort into it. It's actually funny because it seems like in some ways we put so much effort into it, in some ways we put absolutely no effort into it.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of that
we're giving
conversation
everything we
just
have.
comes naturally, but
The best parts of the podcast are almost invariably when we're not
yeah, off the cuff.
planning for them.
Yeah.
But we're building. We're trying to build our social media now and
We get all
post more.
serious.
And because we're really starting to pick up in numbers. We hit something like 112,000 reaches.
It's a lot of reaches.
Something like well, Jesus, just that video of you yesterday in the tunic got
2,000 people.
No, it wasn't. It was 1,900 when I checked it this afternoon. But it
That's
could be
about
up more.
2,000.
Could be up now. Who freaking knows?
Nobody knows.
But we do. I don't know. Do you have anything particular you wanted to roll into today?
Well,
I guess we should talk about the wonky new doctor.
Wednesday, we took you to a new doctor to look at your situation, and which is always kind of like what those things where you've done things like a million times and we're just figuring like the same thing, but you're hopeful, like you're weird and you're optimistically hopeful.
You're talking about the doctor's appointment?
Doctor's appointments in general. I mean, we've been through so many of them, so many different treatments. We came to Florida to get treatment, et cetera, et cetera.
So if you haven't watched podcasts before, I have been sick for 10.5 years now, since my diagnosis of end-stage neurological Lyme. And doctor after doctor after doctor, treatment after treatment after treatment, including 18 months of oral antibiotics, 6 months of injections, 6 months of ceftriaxone, and 6 months of daily doxycycline, magnesium, and flagyl. There was no hormones in there.
I said owns, like you said, ceftriaxone.
Yeah, but then I finally said, this is only making me sicker. So I stopped doing Western medicine, started doing herbs, started doing a little bit better, and here we are now. And went to see a new doctor today. What does she call that thing? The fancy machine?
She didn't really call it anything.
She gave you a piece of paper and told you what it was.
Yeah, it's in there. I forgot what it was, but it's like she uses. Actually, it's kind of interesting.
It says magnet machine. She basically does kinesiology.
Yeah, and it basically.
You watched it. I mean, I was just.
I did, and I could kind of explain it. But basically, they can use the magnet to like create a magnetic field to see if stuff agrees with the magnetic field or is not agreeing with the magnetic field, et cetera, et cetera. So they were able to like kind of scan your different organs and areas in your body and things like that. And what they would also put some of the supplements in the field as well to see if it would work or if she's having a reaction to it, stuff like that. So it's kind of out there. But it's who knows?
What are the cheaper treatments we've done so far?
Well, the story is that her winters were really hard for Stacy up in Massachusetts. It's like her body like essentially shuts down, pain is worse, et cetera, et cetera. So we came down here to go to a Lyme clinic, and then the Lyme clinic wouldn't really, well, they had some behavior issues, but also they were like super secretive about what they inject into you and things like that. That's a no bueno. So anyway, so this was sort of a thing that looked at you from like today's visit was more of something that looks at you from sort of a wellness, like kind of isolate what's going on with you, and then
they're not just treating. She doesn't treat symptoms.
She's not just going to treat Lyme.
She wants to get to the root cause medicine.
Yeah, which I think is
excellent. And the only reason we went, she was referred to me, by the way, through our Apple guy, Steve, over at Apple at Coconut Point. If you have a business account with Apple, or if you have a business or an idea for a business, you can get a business account with Apple. That means you get special treatment. And so I was just chatting with Steve one day because he'd called to do his intro call. And I said, yeah, he was telling me about this doctor he'd gone to see, Dr. Kelly, is it Wallace?
Wallace.
In she's a chiropractor on Del Prado of all places.
Cape
so
Coral,
I met
right
him
down the street
in Estero, but she happens to be in Cape Coral. And I had Christina, my little chiropractor friend. Shout out to Vitamin C Chiropractic. Highly recommend them. She hooks all of her clients up with supplements and discounts on said supplements, and also Biomat. Y'all, Biomat is the truth. So anyway, Christina's 4 hours away. I go to her for my chiropractic adjustments, but we don't really get to see each other as much as we would like. So she and I, it's funny because I talk to her 2-3 times a week. So anyway, she talked to Kelly for quite some time. She thought I would like her. She was right. The doctor was great, super sweet, great energy. She had a deep voice. Can you do the voice?
I don't want to. Yeah, no, I don't want to do them. But she has a really, really deep voice.
It's like a phone sex kind of
like
voice.
A gravelly Kathleen Turner kind of situation.
Yeah, like a phone sex kind of voice. In any case, so I go back in 2 weeks. Doug is going in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm on turkey tail mushrooms, which I had watched a Rogan episode with the mushroom guy about, and had heard the guy had used turkey tail mushrooms to cure his mother of cancer, or so he claims. So it's interesting to look into. Aunt's here, and she says, hello.
Hello.
What's up, Aunt?
Hello on a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday.
I thought it might be a fun thing to start off with some of the things that we got from Wes. The top of the hour.
I have. I only saw one of the things, but you can bring them up, and I'll have a live reaction to these things.
You'll have a live
reaction. Aghast.
Okay.
Reaction.
Sure, cool. So the first one he brought in was which is important because Doug's old as shit.
I am old.
Improving physical fitness with cardio may put prostate cancer cut prostate cancer risk by more than a third. I think that's the thing people don't realize is it's all connected. All of our body systems are connected, and there's certain things that get to the root, and those are maintaining your, like, every disease is helped by exercise, stress management, hydration, right. And
the better health you are, the better health everything is. Which is great.
So the article is they released their annual cardio respiratory fitness activity by 3% or more were up to 35% less likely to develop prostate cancer. So go for a walk. The small change, big result was established by a Swedish team published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, who hope to encourage men to improve their fitness and steer clear of the disease. There are relatively few known risk factors for prostate cancer, which is the second leading cause of cancer among men, behind only lung cancer. The American Cancer Society estimates that there are 35,000 men who will die each year in the nation from prostate cancer, and nearly 300,000 that will develop it. And then they talk about while evidence exists as to the beneficial effects of physical activity on the risk of several cancers, association with prostate cancer are less clear-cut. The previous studies have only assessed one fitness point at a time. So there's like more information, but we got this out of Wesley, our new
crack research.
We don't know what to call him.
Associate.
Wes, come up with something for yourself. In any case, Wes came up with that, and I thought it was an interesting article worth looking into. If
you scroll down, I think we have a bonus story. Scroll up, sorry. There was a sidebar story. Keep scrolling.
The sidebars are just clickbait.
Yeah, but that was 5 Kirkland products that are made by brands you love. If Kirkland is sold by Costco,
we're just going to do my Google searching with them. Like, before you know it, we're going to be looking up whether two dudes can fuck each other in the ass at the same time.
Apparently,
that's the kind of shit that's in my. I don't know. There's just nothing here.
No, there's nothing there. It says read more. You have to click read more. Let's see. We'll give it a whirl.
Like we're going to sit here and have everybody fucking search the internet.
Well, it's not.
So their coffee is made by Starbucks, from what I understand, but I could be wrong. So
this is not on the screen. It's still on your
oh shit, stop sharing. See, Oh, I'm just pulling on the wrong
This
thing.
might not be as exciting as I thought.
Well, it's just because I keep
It's
forgetting.
cups and aluminum.
It's really not. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but I do have something I want to share with everybody.
Let's bring it.
Close. So the coffee is made from Starbucks. It's their house blend coffee is the medium roast, and the signature espresso blend coffee is the dark roast. Their Kirkland cups, the red plastic cups, are made by Chinette. We actually have the paper plates.
We got little paper plates from Chinette.
Because Doug's been tired of doing dishes, so we went paper plates.
And dishwasher is wonky.
To say the very least. The aluminum foil is made by Reynolds. Don't use aluminum foil. No bueno. Jelly beans
Kirkland jelly beans. I
fucking jelly bellies, and they come in those hard plastic thing. I think we might need to get some of those.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then the cranberry juice is made by Ocean Spray. Is it cranberry juice or is it cranberry drink? Because that's a big deal.
I think there's a. I don't think anybody actually serves up 100% cranberry juice. Is just
no. Remember, I had you get it for me at one point.
It was hard to get. I remember.
Yeah, it was a big deal. But cranberry drink often has a lot of added sugar in it. I wanted to share this. So I belong to a deals group on Facebook. And in it, they had this fucking e-bike, fat-tired e-bike on sale for $48.99.
From Bafang Motor Electric.
Todd.
Bafang.
Should send this to our pal Todd. But anyway,
it's miniature.
It could be miniature. There could be literally anything wrong with it. Like, it's just, yeah.
Probably.
I don't know. But for fucking $48.99 for an e-bike, I bought two. We'll see what happens.
Get it, build it, sell it for twice that.
So if you're looking for an e-bike, yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I looked up
$48.99.
I looked up the
no reviews on it. It could be that they're just trying to launch it and get reviews. A lot of times manufacturers will do that.
Yeah, and then they'll just
it's the number one bestseller in adult electric bikes because it's $48.99.
it's like there's got to be something.
But there are some things that are questionable about the description.
It was like 0.35 pounds or something.
It's package weight 5.12 ounces. It's battery powered. It's got disc brakes. It's unisex front brakes. Who the fuck knows? All I know is it's $48.99. So if you're looking to get a deal on an e-bike, this might be worth checking out. I actually sent it to Jen down the street, thinking that she might want to snatch one up.
So I'm just looking at the one of their other brands. One of their other models is $88. So maybe they're like kind of doing some loss leader stuff.
They could be a new brand that's just launching shit out there. As a matter of fact, I just posted on Facebook.
Similar bikes are selling for $1,200 up to $1,700.
That's my point. Should we buy 10 of them?
Something on TikTok about it. Let's see what it says. Oh,
that's probably the chick that did the video in the first place. But anyway, I grabbed it. I thought it was a good deal.
Yeah.
Trey says, "Hi, peeps. Sorry, I'm late." Trey says, "Is it through your fingers?"
We don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna wait and see. Could be. My sister got an e-bike and it weighs a lot more than that. She loves it. Yeah, I've done the e-bike before. Zach has one. This duck weighs more than that. So I don't know what they're doing there.
Yeah, we don't know.
There's no way.
It could be a scam, whatever.
Could be, but I unfortunately have an Amazon credit card, and they're pretty handy about taking the returns. So it's basically free. So we'll see what it is. But they have this thing called pedal assist, where you just have it on, and if you start to like drag on a hill, it just kind of gives you a little boost. Little boost. But I thought like it would be good because neither of us is in particularly good shape. We would like to do some bike riding. We could bike ride through Sanibel and what have you. All the paths lovely, there and stuff. And if we get tired, we just
we press the thing.
Zip on out.
Zipping.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
And then I had so we talked about men's prostates. That was fun. We talked about Costco. That was fun. What the fuck is this?
I think that's the homepage for one of those.
Maybe. Why is that not posting?
I don't know.
Anyway, I posted that to Facebook. We'll see if it actually posted.
See what happens.
And I guess everybody's starting to get ready for their tax season.
It's tax season.
We have not done. We're just about done. So we, of course, because we have a business, we have to do things. There's a little bit more involved, and we work with a great tax professional, Megan Sophia. She's fantastic. She specializes in small businesses, and she's local here in Cape Coral. So if you're in the South Shore, she's definitely somebody I would highly recommend.
Not to be confused with Sophia from the Golden Girls, who was the mother.
In no way, shape, or form.
She did.
confused with her. As a matter of fact, somebody on the Cape Coral page was looking for a Spanish-speaking accountant today, and she hoblos.
Look at that.
She hoblos all night long.
Is it hablo or habla?
I'm not sure, but I will tell you, she's fucking awesome. She's a hot shit, and everybody works with her, just loves her. And if like anytime somebody asks for an accountant on the Cape Coral page, everybody chimes in. She just went out, started her own business. What better to do than to small? Because she was working for somebody else. Now she's a small business, so let's support her. So tax season starts off on Monday, 6 days later than last year, with a few changes. The rollout of the government's new pilot tax filing service. IRS direct file pilot could reshape how millions of Americans do their taxes and disrupt multi-billion-dollar tax preparation industry. Yada, yada, yada. They talk about bigger refunds, lower taxes, etc., etc. Tax deadlines, April 15th, but you can get an extension. And in Maine and Massachusetts, it's actually April 17th because of Patriots Day.
Holiday.
And then, of course, there's the Where's My Refund tool, which is a big fan, big option for people. We should really be checking ours out to see what's going on with our
my damn
refund,
money, fool.
We just filled out last year's. I will tell you right now, if you are a W-2 employee, just like with a simple, like you're working, 40 hours a week and you don't have anything complicated about your taxes and you want to do them yourself or whatever, go for it. But
just do your thing.
But if you're making like a good income and you're paying a lot in taxes, the biggest mistake I think we've made over the last 12 years is not doing the LLC, paying through the goddamn ear on taxes. We got fucked. And like, you don't even have to have, like, you can have an idea for a business that you're starting to pull together and take the write-off. And so now, of course, we have a lot of expenses related to the business. And of course, we're able to, leverage the revenue that we do have coming in better because of the lowered tax liability that we now have.
It's a little bit more manageable.
But I would say that get yourself a tax professional if you're making more than,
don't do it yourself.
If you're making more than 50 grand, it's worth every penny. Plus you get to write off the accountant. Call an accountant. Don't be foolish.
Call the cops, the copy cops.
I don't know who the copy cops are.
You don't remember Copy Cop?
No, what the fuck is that?
It was on every corner in Boston. It was a copy shop before Kinko's. It was like the Kinko's of their day.
Oh, Copy Cops. Yeah, I
call
remember
the
that.
cops. The copy cops.
This is a world's highest spokeless Ferris wheel is set for construction. So it's just like a big exterior loop with a hole in the middle, and you go around the outside.
And you just loop it.
That's kind of cool.
It's terrifying, but also very
I'm
cool.
terrified of fucking heights, so it's not happening to me. It's going to go up in South Korea and will break the record for the world's largest, but it'll break conformity for the classic attraction could look like. That, honestly, would be really cool.
They've reinvented the wheel. This is a big deal.
Kind of. But what I'm thinking about is the Sphere in Las Vegas, and everybody's going nuts over that. Why not put a screen in the center of that? And you could have like all kinds of like cool ass projections and
I think
holographs, like show a movie on there.
That's a good idea.
You could put just like a big. It's South Korea.
Well, you know how they
Can you put Kim Jong-un, right?
No,
like
that
a
would
big
be North
picture
Korea.
of him in there.
You could put it there. You know what they could do is put these along the border to North Korea and just like taunt, like, look, we got fun stuff.
Come over here.
We got fun stuff.
I think that we're just going to be in so much fucking trouble for this. Some sort of war breaks out in Asia, and it's all because of our fucking podcast.
Mr. Kim Jong-un.
Would it be the first? Okay.
We have Americans. They are planning to build Ferris wheel. I don't know what kind of accent that is, but
it's terrible.
They're building. They're going to taunt us from the top.
We should not be allowed.
It's spokeless.
We shouldn't be allowed.
It is a spokeless Ferris wheel. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
All right, settle down. So anybody who's ever been to Cape Cod knows that in Sagamore, right before the bridge, is one of the flagship stores of the Christmas tree shop
with a thatched roof.
Had that big old windmill, which it's funny because the windmill's there. It's got that big old windmill, the thatched roof, and we're all just it's an icon. So I don't want to tell you what it's turned into. You know what they're turning it into?
I know. I read this one.
Dude, I think that they should have turned it into like a fucking restaurant.
That's what I said. It should
a
be
restaurant would be perfect because
Yeah.
you get to the bridge and you're like, fuck this traffic. You just get off, you go get a bite to eat.
Because it's big enough that you can have like a big deal. Everybody's got to go buy it.
You could do a fucking play place, like a kids area in there, so that like
it's so
they're
big.
on their way home. Like parents could stop, get a bite to eat.
Food court.
Kids could run
like
around, something like that. But
this traffic got you down.
It's gonna be a fucking patio furniture store.
Yeah, but it's only an 8-month lease, so it's there's still hope that somebody will go in there and create something.
I don't know. What would you put there? I think a restaurant would be good.
I think like some sort of restaurant and fun, like destination.
Honestly, I'm just depressed about the Christmas tree shop.
Yeah, well, it's still
and not, by the way, not so far down the street from this this Christmas tree shop is pretty much the best fucking mini golf on the planet.
It's fantastic.
Sandwich Mini Golf is amazing. It's actually 36 holes. You can pay 18 or you can play all 36. The guy, that land is worth millions upon millions of dollars.
And he built it all himself.
Built everything himself. And back in the day, it was like
with a muskrat in it.
15 cents to play a game, and it's a great course. And actually, my stepson Nolan, we're playing. I guess it's 4. Is it number 4?
4 or 5, yeah.
No, it's either the third or I think it's the 4th hole.
2.
You have to pitch. You can either go over the bridge or you can pitch it across the water. Well, Nolan pitched it across the water.
What it is,
sent this ball out. It's fucking 6.
Well, there's a river, right? There's a little creek, and that part of the creek is like all stone. So like the creek is down about 3 feet, and you're up there, and you just have to like chip it over, whatever. It's like even a little wet. So, anyways, he whaled it, went across, hit the stone wall, bounced back over our heads, boom, 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 across the road.
It wasn't a stone wall; it's a wooden wall, but
no, I think it's
wooden
stone in that area.
No, so there's a net, and then the wall in front of it is wooden, and there's a little lip. And Nolan must have just caught the lip.
He must have just hit it, and it went across. And like, thank God there were no cars going by.
I'm not kidding, because that 6A is like it's.
Yeah, it's fairly busy, but
is that 6A?
Still fun. I have a picture of it in my phone. He hit the ball one direction and it went about 60-70 feet in the other direction.
And I think we gave the poor kid a hard time for the rest of the day about how he was going to kill somebody with a golf
fantastic. Ball. We still give him a hard time about that.
Like, remember that time you tried to kill that poor man who was already dying of cancer in his home with your golf ball?
That was I think that might have been the day that we did all 36 holes. I got 8 holes in one. It was, or 7 or 8 holes in one. It was insane. I still have the card somewhere.
Trace says, didn't Sandwich Mini Golf have a punch card for every 6th or 10th game free? Dude, if they did, I've been getting fucked for 47 goddamn years because I never had one.
If you get the hole in one at the end, they give you a free game.
They give you a free one at the hole in the end. I'm telling you,
I've never had a game like that.
I've played so many times that I've been playing at that mini golf course my entire life.
And we've also played, and I don't know if it's still there, but the one at Nantasket Beach, a little worse for wear. We went there on our summer of mini golf, and there was a dead crow just laying
hole
there.
Number 1.
Just laying there. So we go to the girl, and we're like, there's a dead bird over. What did she didn't even care?
Yeah, I saw it this morning.
Yeah, I saw it. No big deal.
Just in bird fever, we're all gonna die.
So we've done them all, folks. We know a lot about the mini golf. It's a fantastic thing, and it's we like I like the old kitschy courses or the handmade one, like a Sandwich.
We like a mini golf course that's we like good holes, we like challenging holes, we like fun holes, like a 2-parter water obstacle,
hazard,
we like a loop-de-loo, we like a windmill, but we like kitsch, we like unique stuff, we like that like mid-century vibe.
Yeah, like
we
back
like that in homes as well.
Yeah, it's good, clean fun. But there was one in Rhode Island. It's since closed down. I'm really sad about it. They had a schoolhouse that if you get it up the ramp and through the schoolhouse,
they closed?
They closed down, yeah.
Shut the front door.
That was where the scary owl was.
So I gotta tell you right now, we build a hippie commune. One of these days it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a fucking mini golf course. We're gonna have a mini golf course.
Well, they had built a church, and if you get the ball through the church in the middle,
you could hear
plays music that one of the people in the family had recorded and stuff like this. It was a great course.
I'm so sad that it closed.
And it wasn't like this pirate themed thing.
They didn't keep it. Did it get
I'm
damaged?
sure.
Or
I don't know. I don't know.
So.
But they
that makes me so sad.
Yeah,
so we played mini golf down here. We play Smuggler's Cove quite a bit because at Smuggler's Cove you can feed the alligators. We also enjoy
Tropical Fun Park.
Tropical. Did we play mini golf when Nolan was here last time? I don't think we did.
We did not. We didn't go out of the house
the
whole time.
The weather
was 10 inches of rain that one day.
But we had to hang out with Nolan, which is always fun.
But we went with Wes. We went to the feed gator one with Wes.
To the point where they know us. By the way, if you are a Cape Coral local, if you're a local and you show them your Florida license, Smuggler's Cove will give you a discount card. It used to be for 30%. Now it's 20.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hey, listen, I'll take 20%.
It was 35 and now it's 20. And she took my 35. She goes, I have to take this. I'm like, you're a mean lady.
Yeah, that was kind of cunty. So apparently the Cape Codder
down the Cape, Hyannis.
Yes, down on the Cape. The Cape Codder Resort and Spa in Hyannis, which is right near the Olive Garden, not far from Whole Foods and all that stuff, right on Assinipipi. That's the name of that road. Assinipipi.
Assinipipi?
Yeah, Pippi. No, wait, that's not Assinipipi. That was back in Marshfield.
Yeah.
It's on fucking
it's on Route 6A or whatever
6A.
it is. Yeah.
In any case, we used to always go there, and they're not even showing pictures of it, which is ridiculous. Why am I even pulling up this article? But it's a great facility.
They have an indoor water park with a lazy river and
outdoor
like a
pool that's heated all year. Is there a wave pool? Yeah, there's a little wave pool, lazy river, about 6 slides. More than that.
There was like a kiddie play area and then like a couple of big slides.
So what we used to do is when there was a storm, when we lived on Surfside Road in Scituate, we'd have ocean waves going over our house. And my friend here doesn't swim. Sometimes they would ask.
Well, I'm certainly not swimming during a nor'easter with 20-foot waves. Doesn't matter if I swim or not.
That's valid, but you would start to freak out whenever there was a storm, and we would evacuate far sooner than I would have evacuated, which would be never.
Well, you saw our driveway afterwards.
Yes, but our house
was your Jeep sitting there getting washed with rocks.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to drive it through it afterwards. So, and people move their cars down the street when there's a storm, try to avoid the water. Yeah. But in any case, what we would do is when there was a storm, we would evacuate and go to the Cape Codder. And the thing that's nice about going to the Cape Codder when you evacuate is the Cape doesn't usually get the storms that we get. So they would get walloped or they get nothing. And so there wasn't a time that we went and we got snow on the Cape. It was always, there was like next to nothing on the Cape. And so what we would do is we'd bring a crock pot with us. We'd fill food up with that.
Kettle restaurant.
We'd eat at the Hearth and Kettle. We'd pick up food at Whole Foods. We'd go to the Olive Garden and get full. We'd make like a little family vacation out of it. And, we kind of miss it a little bit. That
was always a fun time.
We had a great time and be us and maybe my girls and usually a few hundred linemen.
Yeah, that's where they put all the storm guys came down.
And so we'll miss it. But the thing that's interesting is they've turned that into a Margaritaville, and now in Fort Myers Beach they're building that Margaritaville there, and they're charging. Get this: if you want to go to the Margarita Resort and enjoy the facilities just Monday through Friday, $60,
$65 to enjoy the pool.
Is that for one person or per family?
That's for one person, I believe.
For $65, I expect Jimmy Buffett to come back from the dead and give me head at the pool.
I don't think that's happening. Well, it could happen. Who knows? Maybe it was some sort of hologram situation they have going.
He could do worse.
I will say this: that
I might give him gonorrhea though.
I kind of predict that it'll be the one in the Cape Cod will be famous for a couple 3 summers. And then people will realize it's not on the water and it's not all that's cracked up to be.
Well, here's the other thing about but they have more than one property there. It's not just that building. So they own other properties. I don't know, but they own several other properties. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. And people don't think of Margaritaville as necessarily being a family place, but the Cape Codder was. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. And by the way, a big part of what the Cape Codder does there is the weddings. They do a lot of events. So it'll be interesting to see if that translates over to Margaritaville.
Used to like to go to the Seacrest in Falmouth because it was right on the water. Oh, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful beach.
So many weddings there for the weddings. Yeah. Tracy says, I love mini golf. How can you not love mini golf?
It's the best.
You should play in the miniature LPGA.
Oh, speaking of playing stuff, I just found out that Fort Myers has a pinball speakeasy with vintage pinball.
Yeah, I thought we were going to join.
Yeah, we got to join that. So I'm going to make a priority of that.
And this new doctor is going to get me completely healthy. I'm going to be completely fine. We're going to be all good. We're going to be doing shit all the time. We won't have time for the podcast, and we'll be living in an RV.
We can never forget our podcast people.
We can't. Trace says, yes, they have a place like that in Orlando too, where you can feed gators too. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of places where you can feed gators.
It's genius.
I mean, you can just like literally go across the street and feed a gator if you really want to. Andrea, my lovely friend Andrea says, "Love the look with your hair down." Well, thank you, gorgeous. I love
what
the
am I,
look with
chopped
your
liver?
hair down. Yes,
apparently I'm chopped liver.
She's not interested in you since you don't have your.
Oh yeah, she liked that beard, the Confederate
Doug was
general beard that
Doug
I had.
Said, Andrea thought Doug looked like a Confederate general. So
well, I don't know if it was Confederate. She just said Civil War, so it could have been
Civil War. Yeah,
I'm hoping it was for the Union side because that's
Oh geez. We removed your content. What did I say that they got removed?
What the hell did you say?
On I don't
Confederate
know,
soldier? You can't talk about the Confederate soldiers anymore?
It looks like you shared or
wait. It says
nudity or sexual activity.
We have trouble streaming to Instagram. If you ended Instagram, this is expected.
Are you on crack?
I don't know. I don't think we said anything.
No.
Yeah, we didn't say nothing.
Well, we just got yanked off. So the way that we did not. That's not true.
We didn't say anything. God, at least let us get banned for life from something that we actually
Contents like mine should not be allowed. My content does not break the rules. Continue.
Yeah.
What should we know? What, I don't even know what these people are talking about.
We were talking about mini golf.
Yeah.
In Margaritaville.
And
Christmas tree shop.
What are you people talking about? I don't even know what they're talking about.
I don't know what it is. You know what? We're getting too big.
What are they talking about?
And they're sending out the dogs. We didn't talk about anything.
We didn't talk about
Dick. We didn't talk
about the COVID vaccine. We didn't talk about our sex life. We didn't talk about any of your sex life.
Nothing.
I don't understand.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
whatever.
All right.
Fuck you, Instagram.
You removed your content.
The thing that's bonkers about it is Instagram and Facebook are the same fucking people.
Why is it dated tomorrow, though? It's dated February 1st. It is not February 1st yet.
I don't understand the internet. I don't understand the world around me.
Yeah, well, that just puts a wet blanket over this whole proceeding.
It's a wet blanket, but
it's a proceeding of wetness.
Okay, cool. I don't even know what to
say about
anything. That. I just know that we're in big trouble on Instagram. Oh. I love your hair like that. I'm so. Does anybody know anything that we said today that could possibly get us in trouble for nudity?
The bike. We talked about the bike. We talked about
the one time we don't talk about nudity or sexualness. We had the time that the chick showed her tits, and we were like, "What are you doing?" And
what was in our first story was something uplifting. Oh, about prostate cancer. It was fantastic. So
y'all, I don't even no idea.
Feeding gators. We can feed gators at a mini golf place.
They said it was nudity or sexual activity. We for sure did not share.
Not tonight.
We haven't even had
night ain't over.
Nudity or sexual activity.
We did not.
I would like to know where there was nudity. Like that's such fucking bullshit. Sorry. All right.
There's an algorithm. Some geek typed up.
Well,
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lift everybody's spirits. Because I have. I'm going to share the screen window. Just share a couple things here. All right. So, Boston was ranked the 13th rattiest city. For that one, I just thought that was
between the potholes and the nasty airport. Now rats.
I'm
never going home.
There's 12
nice
cities
you guys.
that are more ratty in the United States than that.
Okay.
And then, of course, from our my favorite, the Things with Faces. This Dove bar here looks in distress.
Is this a group that you belong to?
Yeah, Things with Faces.
That's awesome.
I shared the chicken nugget the other night, but this thing's like a little Indiana Jones opening the ark. It's melting. That's terrifying. So anyway, those are funny.
I don't even know what to say about that. So yesterday, our friends at Roaming Royals told us that they were playing Mexican bingo.
Yeah.
What did they?
Oh, it was like some sort of Borgata bingo or whatever.
It's basically drunk bingo.
Yeah.
So we're like Googling it, trying to figure out what the hell it is. And so Michelle finally told me today that it's drunk bingo.
How to tell me you have a drinking problem without saying you have a drinking problem?
What, by playing drunk bingo?
Bingo is serious.
Are you accusing these people of having
bingo? I'm sorry. Bingo is serious business. You cannot be inebriated. You got to take it seriously, or don't take it at all. That's just my word of caution.
I'm kind of at a loss, to be honest with you.
I just need.
But I really want to know. Yeah, I'm still fucking baffled by this whole Instagram of it all.
Tracy says maybe it was because we talked about feeding gators. Maybe
No, I
it
already
was
got
dated
that.
for tomorrow because they're prepping for tomorrow's comments. Yeah, we might be off
We
the
might
chain
be off
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
That Dove bar looks like the sloth from Goonies. That did kind of. That would have been a good cross promotion.
I do want to loop back to the Mexican drunken bingo, but I asked what the best piece of music ever written was.
Best piece of music ever
You
written.
did not respond to this question, so you're terrible at podcasting.
I saw it and I couldn't answer it. There's too many
well,
to choose from.
You could name 10.
If you had said best song of the last 50 years, I could have probably answered it.
So you're not gonna like this. Rob Osterholt
Don't know him.
said Stairway to Heaven.
Okay. It's his opinion.
Billy says Doug's not a Led Zeppelin fan. Billy says Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture, which is Hey Ya by Outkast.
Which is Hey Ya, yeah.
Deb Bowdry said in between Beethoven's For Elise or the damn Smash It Up.
Smash It Up's a good one.
She's honest.
Yeah.
And I said our theme song Perfectville makes me tear up every time. I'm proud wife.
I wrote it.
I do. I enjoy that song. Wrote it and written and performed.
That were the only comments that we got on that.
Yeah, because
it's a hard question. I there's some certain songs that just put chills up your spine. But then there's other ones that it's really hard to say what the greatest or best is. But I have a list of songs I wish I wrote.
Yes.
I think I think Bridge Over the Troubled Water is up there. The Boxer is up there. It's recorded perfectly.
The Boxer?
La la la, la 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 la. Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, that Let It Be is one I always wish I had written. And I'm not saying these are the most quality. Change Is Gonna Come is beautiful. Probably makes me cry every time I hear it.
I'm a big fan of Bop.
Bop.
Hey, listen.
There's just
say what you will about Bop. It's catchy.
It is catchy. There's some songs
stands the test of time
by the Clash that I'm like, how did they? It was like these songs are so smart. And Washington Bullets, it's just like a history lesson. There's so many, and then there's just pure guitar stuff that just it's like a drug to me. It's like it feeds my soul.
Yeah, but you're not like a metal guy.
No, but if I'm
I put Anthrax on in the car the other day, and you were like, "What in the fuck is this?"
Well, it's funny. A guitarist once said, he goes, "If you're playing stuff that's so loud and so fast that you can't put feeling into it, what the hell are you doing?" Which is kind of how I feel about
maybe
some
they
of that stuff,
are putting feeling into it.
Maybe they might, and I just miss it.
How can you say
that
you're not putting feeling into it? Because you could be putting
because when you play, you put feeling into.
Yeah, but just because the feeling isn't a soft feeling, that doesn't mean it's not a feeling.
It's
that's just bullshit to me. Is when people try to say other people are not having feelings or putting feelings into something. You don't know what somebody else is doing. That's
all right. Let me rephrase it. So when you're playing a guitar solo, you can't put a feeling into a note that's a 32nd of a second.
But maybe the feeling isn't the feeling that you want to put into the feeling. It could be a feeling of excitement or aggression or passion or rage.
No,
Those
it's
are
great.
all feelings.
It's great.
So to say that you can't put feeling into it, I feel like that's judgmental of somebody else's musical process. I think that's a judgment. You can't.
I didn't say it.
No,
I agree with it, but I did not say it.
I'm not saying you said it.
I will say that the point of music is that it's expressive, it's feeling, and what you're saying is that the whole thing is.
But they're saying you can't have it in this way because that's not expressing yourself, and I'm arguing that that's fucking wrong.
Well, if I'm going to look at guitar from a guitar standpoint, I think a mark of a great guitar player is if you become one with the instrument. You can hear all right, Prince's solo at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for George Harrison. There's so much feeling, that first note that he plays, and it's just a single note, and it lasts a good 10 seconds, is mind-boggling, and it's a note.
I have marital hate, and I'm going to tell you why I have marital hate. Because you're completely ignoring my point, and you're ignoring my point, which is
not ignoring
whatever.
your point. I'm trying to clarify my point so that when we get to yours, we can talk about. I'm not saying that their music doesn't have feeling in it,
but you said that this guy said that you can't have feeling in a note if you're playing it hard. What was it?
No, not hard. If you're playing so fast, how can you put the feeling into
But
that
that's the
into those
point.
notes?
You like that's like saying like the fucking the Flight of the Bumblebee doesn't have fucking heart or soul into it. You're not like, no one is in a position to judge anyone else's music. You might say I don't like that, but you can't say whether that person is feeling within that note. You don't know what their feelings are, and just because it's quick doesn't.
It's an interesting quote. It's an interesting quote, and it's an interesting concept.
Well, I disagree with it completely. I think that it's elitist to say the very least,
Yeah,
and I just think that you don't know if, like, do you know what my feelings are? I will assure you, you do not. It's a regular problem.
It's usually irate feelings towards your husband.
I do not usually have irate feelings towards my husband. I'm starting to have them right now, though. I
just mentioned the quote.
But you've defended it. You've defended it. It's not like you mentioned the
quote. He's got a point.
It's not, and I'm saying that I have a point, but you'd rather listen to his point than my point, because my point, like, what could I possibly know? And I'm telling you that you can't say what goes on in somebody else's head. That person isn't, like, maybe for them, maybe they need more time to put feeling into a note, but you can't say what goes through somebody else's mind or somebody else's process or somebody else's technique as a musician. Fuck that guy. Who was it that said it?
It's Elliot Easton of the Cars.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him.
Dude's good. Anyway, all right.
I don't think he's that good, though. I don't think. Do you think? You know what I think? Like, maybe if he opened his mind a little bit, that he would be better.
I read a quote. Well, actually, wasn't as much of a quote, but it was sort of like very famous drummer Hal Blaine. He played on Sinatra. He played on Sam Cooke. He played on Simon Garfunkel. He played on Boots Were Made from Walking. All this guy was genius, right? And so they asked him about other drummers, and in the story that I read about him was that he would never say a bad word about anybody, any other drummer. He would always try find something positive, and he actually was saying that he would never criticize anybody else's music because those people took the time to make the music.
Who's that guy? I like that guy.
Hal Blaine.
Well, I like Hal Blaine a lot better than the other fucking guy. Who's Hal Blaine?
Hal Blaine, I just told you, it was the drummer that played for Sam Cooke, Sinatra, the Wrecking Crew, like the Beach Boys, the Byrds, the Monkees.
So he played a lot of.
He was a studio musician in what they call the Wrecking Crew.
Okay, well, I think that's a lot.
And I thought that was fantastic. It was a fantastic outlook.
It's a way better outlook than the judgy other guy who's like Flight of the Bumblebee. That's all I have to say. Flight of the Bumblebee. No feeling in that?
Not saying there's not feeling in it, but when you're playing an instrument, the more feeling you can get into a note or out of a note is.
But a feeling isn't.
Better.
But a feeling has nothing to do with the amount of time spent on the feeling. There's nothing to do with the amount of time spent on the feeling. You still have the feeling. You don't have to express your feelings constantly. I would just like, okay, we're talking about expression of feelings. So if you scream at the top of your lungs and then stop screaming, do you think your feelings are not conveyed?
I don't know what that means.
When if you're mad about something, and you scream like motherfuck, whatever, do you think that your feelings are not aren't
I think
conveyed?
They're conveyed. Sure.
Okay, and in a split second, you can convey a feeling in a split second.
All right.
I just whatever. Back to so the bingo thing. So it's called, Borracho bingo, which we didn't know what it was. We were like Googling, and all we could come up with was art. So she's Borracho, and I'm totally butchering this because I do not speak any Spanish at all. Like none. Like none. I know baño, bon, cerveza. What about it? Hola. I can count to like 4. She says it's drunk. Borracho means drunk in Spanish. And she says the only rule is that if you're offended by foul language, don't show up. That should not be a problem for me. And after that, well, there's a lot of drinking. So I will not be playing this game. If you have a number called, mark it on your card. If you don't have a number called, drink. In between rounds, a number is called. If it's anywhere on your card, you go up to the front table of liquor and get a shot. If you shout bingo in error, the caller may or may not pour alcohol directly down your throat. It's just a small sample of how it's played. So that could be a fun time if you like to drink. I don't drink.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I think we take bingo way too seriously to be sullying it.
Yeah, but they're playing bingo, but they're playing it for drinking.
Yeah.
We play bingo when we go. We haven't gone because we like the old school kind with the daubers, none of this computerized crap. And so we haven't been for a very long time, but yeah.
But yeah, I would last about a half a round because what do you call it, like 20, 30 numbers per round?
Yeah.
And if you don't have half of them, you're gonna have taking 15 shots.
Yeah,
what kind of alcohol poisoning you're gonna get from this?
Tracy says, "Oh fuck, this could go south fast." It's not a good idea for us. But other people want to do it. Like people, knock yourselves out. It's weird. I enjoy a cocktail. Like there's certain cocktails that I enjoy. I don't mind. Like I don't mind like a little buzz. But the problem is that I invariably pay for it. And I'm tired or I'm a mess afterward. And then, of course, it's inflammatory. And it basically is processed as sugar in your body. And by the way, I went to the doctor today. She's like, oh, your kidney's not functioning and neither is your liver. So, yeah, that would be a bad idea for me. But, hey, if they're happy, that's all I care about because these are our friends and we like them. We want them to be happy. And if they're hungover, well, they're adults. They made that choice. Trace says, yeah, I'm not a drinker. I could do a mocktail. Yeah, I don't know if that's as much fun. Could you just do I don't smoke. You should
do it with like cookies or like some sort of snack.
With snack?
With cheese. Come up and get some cheese.
I don't know. It's just binge drinking not really my jam. But you can, if you want to have a good time and you're all joking around and stuff. And I'm sure it's not like they're going to be like, oh, well, you haven't drank enough. You can't, you have to drink more. Like you can probably stop.
I get sober shamed a lot because I'm not a drinker.
I don't know that you get sober shamed.
I've been sober shamed in my life.
What does that mean? Like how?
Like if you're not drinking, what's the matter with you?
Just tell them you have liver problems.
Tracy came late, so yeah, we were talking about the new doctor.
So we went. She was very nice.
She's super nice.
She did this.
Quite the character.
Just definitely a character.
Like perfect for this whole
situation. She did some testing on my body, like energetic and magnetic testing, and we determined that my liver and kidneys are a hot mess, which we knew. And so we're just treating a little bit differently. We just added turkey tail in. We shall see how that goes.
They're mushrooms. My wife somehow finds a doctor that will prescribe
she was like totally
mushrooms.
Well, these are turkey tail mushrooms, not the ones but she did talk about microdosing mushrooms while we were there. And she encourages me to continue to use cannabis oil because it is a miracle for people like me. And she says, my brother is a recovering alcoholic, so we don't keep it around. Well, congratulations to him and his sobriety. That is something I can't speak for you, but I have tremendous respect for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The hardest thing, we know so many people that haven't been able to stop drinking. So please give him a big pat on the back for us. That's fucking fantastic. And you know what? Charlie's fucking sober anniversary just passed. And I should have reached out to him. But he's also been kind of a dick lately. But I will remember to text him today because I don't even know what the date is. Trey says, oh no, I hope it helps.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's something, right?
Listen, it wasn't expensive. That's the key
point. They looked at a bunch of your stuff.
They literally went through every system in my body and whatever. But here's the thing about it is when you go to a new doctor, like most of them don't take insurance. The doctors that treat Lyme, they don't take insurance and they're expensive and whatever. So it's $350 to walk through the door. And but the supplements that she gave me were $28. So for 120, so I should be fucking fine. Because I've had doctors that I'm spending hundreds of dollars a month
just to get in the door.
No way.
But you're going back in 2 weeks. I'm gonna go and get checked out for your blood pressure. Same process. Can't hurt.
Yeah, your blood pressure is strangely high.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, well, there's a reason that my blood pressure is high, and they couldn't find it with traditional medicine, so maybe we go with this and
go from there. Tracy says, oh, at least the supplements are reasonable. Well, I get my supplements at cost from Christina, but it was only $28, so I just grabbed it while I was there. And then in the future, if I need to get it, I'll just
that should last you
or Amazon
the full 2 weeks, right, before you go back or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's 180. It should last me like months. And she said that I may need it for a couple of months, but she wants to test me again.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks. So we'll see. But
yeah,
we'll probably spend more money on appointments going to see her than on supplements.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah.
But I do want to look up to see how much I get it for through Christina. Because she hooks me up with quite the deal. I did see that it was $28 for 2 on Amazon.
Oh.
So listen, maybe she's making her money on the supplements. Who the fuck knows? Why? It seems like all of my passwords have been forgotten.
Yeah, she said bless you. I did not say bless you because I was thinking about your password problem. So bless you. From the two of us.
Okay. Thank you, Tracy. Now I need to blow my nose. I really do. I need to blow my nose. I'm not going to right now. No. I don't need to. No, I'm fine. I'm just sniffling. I'm going to be like a cokehead.
It's cold again here tonight, folks. I've got the little blanket on. Just hit 60 degrees.
60. That's not bad. It's been like what's the lowest?
It was in low 50s last night. We were cold out here last night.
So what do you got?
I had one other thing to show. This was a classic from the 70s here that I kind of want one, but they're crazy expensive, and they take up a lot of room. This is an electric banana stereo phonograph. It's a giant banana.
I totally want that.
And then
I totally want that. So cool.
Then you open it up and
I want one. That is so cool.
And there's a speaker in there. And then you could use like the banana for something, right? Hopefully that's showing up in it. Yeah, it is.
That is so cool.
So there it is. Look at that. It's the banana. It's $900. And it's down from $1,250. So you can get it. But that's on Reverb. That has the musical gear. But that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's cool as shit.
But like people come in your house, what's this giant banana?
It's also $900.
It's electric
I don't have $900, but if I did have $900,
so if you guys think that an electric banana is just for a lady's self-pleasuring, think again.
Self-pleasuring, it is. What if we start like wrapping up in a timely fashion, like normal people?
We could.
Could be a thing that we do.
We could just, instead of the podcast, to show that Jägermeister video from last night. Again, I'm still laughing at that. I'm still
laughing at Madonna and her fucking dance.
Yeah, that was
the fact that she was like, oh.
Yeah. I mean,
now Instagram's really gonna pull me down. I don't know what they think that I did with sexual. That's pissing me off.
I don't know what they got going. But yeah, I don't know. We could wrap it up at 9. It's fine. It's been a long day. I'll tell you that much.
I'm just very tired today. I don't know. We both took a nap on the couch. You were napping a good half hour before and after me.
I was wiped. I was like, I had zero energy for.
You've been waking up at 6:30.
Yeah,
which is early for you.
Yeah,
you were waking up at like 8, and now you're waking up at 6.
No, I was usually waking up at 7:15, 7:19. I would wake up.
No, you have not been waking up at 7:19.
I certainly wasn't waking up at 8 because I've been working at 9. Anyway, but I'd been working late the last couple nights, right? Till 6.
And you've been up very early, and you've been doing the sauna, which is the equivalent of a workout. And are you drinking enough fluids?
I have been trying to drink enough fluids.
Are you drinking enough fluids? Actually, one of the things that the doctor brought up today was that I was talking about my salt because I carry like a little container of salt everywhere with me, and I eat salt.
Special Celtic salt.
Yes. You should use Celtic or Himalayan. Some debate on that. Supposedly the Celtic can have heavy metals in it. The Himalayan is supposed to have less, but it's harder to find Himalayan salt that's real because there's so much fake Himalayan salt out there. Plus, the Himalayan salt is either, most of it when you buy it in bulk is fine.
Yeah.
And like the fact that the gray salt is like,
it's like
chunky. You just like put it on your tongue. So anyway, she said that she tells everyone to carry salt with them and take it all day because your joints, every like system in your body, your arm, your joints, everything needs it.
Any nerve synapse and things. She's
needs it to fire. You need these electrolytes. You need your sodium. So load up, motherfuckers. Trace says, I have an appointment tomorrow morning. This doctor that we talked about, yay. I will be thinking of you. And
Really?
Trace says that's awesome.
I think she
Yeah,
said
you
that's
also-
awesome about the banana.
The
'Cause the
banana
banana
is
was
awesome.
awesome.
Lots of things are awesome.
Yeah.
Tracy, you're awesome. And you know, worst comes to worst, you could always come down and check out this doctor. There's a part of me that wanted to call Darlene today because I know she's been struggling for quite some time, and I don't know how she's doing right now. I need to reach out. I'm terrible about reaching out to people.
She stops by every once in a while. To the
She does. She
podcast.
pops
To
in
the
every once
pod.
in a while, and but it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So anyway, let's wrap up with some gratitude. Side note, my good friend and master hater Tracy shared with me this YouTube today that I have yet to watch, but I do plan on watching it in the near. It's a podcast about how gratitude rewires your brain. I
When I
actually
was a middle school
watched
science
this
teacher,
already,
I would often ask my students
but
to kiss their
something that
brain.
I would suggest
I got
everybody
this idea
check
from
out,
visiting my friend's kindergarten.
learning about rewiring your brain with gratitude. It's something that I am a big proponent of, and I'm always talking about. Do your gratitude, do your gratitude, do your visualization, do your gratitude. And yeah, it is what it is. You know, you're not going to know until you try it yourself. So, you know, I try to meditate. I try to do gratitude. I try to journal. I try to visualize as much as possible, especially if I have something that's like stressing me out. Like I'll try to visualize upon that. I was supposed to visualize for this. I did do a little visualization for this doctor's appointment this morning, but when we got into the office, I started to freak out a little bit. But it ended up being fine. Like I was just freaked out for no reason. I'm just after you've been to so many doctors and there's such idiots. You get burned out.
You get a little gun shy. I wrote a joke.
Okay, good. You do your joke and then we'll do our gratitude.
What do you call a soup magnate? A billionaire. Soup magnate. Billionaire. It's brilliant.
So gratitude.
I'm grateful that I have a great sense of humor.
Tracy says, "I'm thankful for gratitude. I'm thankful that you had an appointment had a good appointment today, and Doug will follow up with them too. I'm thankful for my bed, and I'm exhausted too. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. I am thankful for the people that watch the podcast, the people that support us time and time again. Trace and Ann, you guys are master haters if I ever heard of them. Andrea, I'm so glad you're here. We don't see you often. I'm usually horrified that you're here, but we behave pretty well. Mark Davis and Michelle Cloutier Miller gave us some likes, so they were in the house. We didn't really have any idea as to who was there on YouTube, but we do have a bunch of people watching, and we appreciate them. You guys, you know, we try to bring, I don't know, give people like a little sense of community.
Try to bring something to the world.
Bring something positive to the world. Give everybody something to laugh about, maybe something to think about. And so, if anything you can do to help us, we appreciate it. So when you're telling people about the podcast, or commenting or sharing the podcast, or whatever, inviting people to follow our podcast, it really helps us out. We appreciate it if you could continue to do that. And if you have, thank you so much. So anyway, we appreciate you so much. I'm grateful that my friend Christina called and talked to this doctor. I'm always grateful for her. She's such a good friend, and just a great person in general. Like you kind of want to hate her because she's so awesome, but then she's so awesome that you can't. And then I'm thankful that we may have gotten $48 electric bikes
Maybe.
today.
We don't know.
I'm grateful that we had a delightful dinner that Doug made. You should tell them how you made that because it was amazing.
It was a copycat of our of your dinner on Saturday at La Casita. It was a Pollo Loco. It's pounded thin chicken with queso and cauliflower rice and zucchini.
They don't do it. The cauliflower rice and zucchini, all good for you, right? And the chicken, good for you. Queso, maybe a little fatty, but no, that's okay. But how? So you bought the queso ready made at Costco, so you just dumped it on top.
It's queso Costco queso.
So they sell the queso blanca, so you could make your own.
You could make your own, but this had like the peppers
ready-made
and stuff in it.
We probably should have checked.
I believe it's called a queso con. Like salsa.
It was very good.
It was very good. Matter of fact, I would take a bath in that queso sauce. It's anything cheesy. It's good. I love cheese.
I think that's gonna leave a film on the tub.
Yeah, it might.
I wouldn't do that. I'm also thankful that it was warm enough to drive the Jeep.
It was warm enough today. It was a little breezy today.
I am grateful for the gauchos that I'm wearing.
Oh, the gauchos.
I'm grateful. Nice. I'm grateful that I do not have a penis because if you saw the videos of the old man here,
if you did have a penis, those gauchos, would feel nice and silky on it.
Show everything. And it was funny
Sorry, not
because
sorry.
Doug doesn't want me to show anybody the video of him in my swimsuit,
I look like
which shows
genuine.
way less than the Gaucho video.
Do you ever see like one
that
of
has
those?
a lot of hits.
Like they pick up like a bulldog and it's like its skinny legs are sticking down. That's exactly what I look like in that.
Tracy, you've seen it. What do you think about Doug in the swimsuit? And she says, "Yes, I am hopeful this doctor will not be an idiot."
That's
doctor,
baseline,
not
right?
an idiot. That's like my
as much as you can hope for.
Doug Bullion better be better with your jokes.
Come on, billionaire.
No, it's terrible. Everyone hates you. She thinks your dinner idea was so that's good.
It was pretty good. It was
so
easy cleanup, and we have leftovers.
And I'm grateful for the yummy food that we can have for lunch tomorrow. I'm grateful for that cereal that we got, which we need to bring out here so you guys can see what it is. And
it's called like 7-day or something like that. But
no sugar.
I called it 7-day
no
Adventist
fake sugar. It's like
cereal.
It's like chocolate raspberry cereal with like nuts and shit, and it's so good. And it's sweetened with dates and coconut sugar. Get some at Costco.
So Tracy says that Doug, that was hilarious. I needed that laugh. I know you were laughing at me, so there you go. Doug's ding-a-ling was mighty fine. Well,
yes,
thank you,
is.
And the sash. Oh, yeah, the sash.
The sash
I'm telling you, I came out without the sash. I had to go back and I got it, and I was like, I felt like,
can we show
I felt
it?
proud.
Come
no,
on, there's like nobody watching the podcast right now. There's only 6 people.
Permanent. Once it's
for
out there,
1995.
The sash was,
the sash was amazing.
Yeah.
In any case,
and I gotta tell you, I don't understand women's swimsuits. I don't know why they exist. I think they're heinous. I don't know why you have to get in that, and then you're gonna go to the beach and sit there in this scuba suit thing, and it's like, I don't understand the lady swimsuit.
Well, I gotta tell you, I could get it on, but it was like very tight from top to bottom. I have a long torso.
Yeah.
So did you but you were able to get it on?
But like no, like legit, I had to lean down, put the strap on. Yeah, it was.
It's not a good time.
Yeah.
And the tunic that he fit on, that does not fit me. So the tunic and the swimsuits going back. Yeah. But the gauchos,
the gauchos are nice.
And the tank top, I got that on.
The laughter from Stacey, maybe, she was howling, and like every time she'd watch it back, just like the same, like even worse. I think it got funnier over time, and it kind of made our day yesterday. We needed that.
So I don't know. Oh, use content. I don't know, but I was going to play the audio on it just so that they could hear the laugh, but I was fucking howling is really what it comes down to. And you know what? If I'm going to give anybody any advice in life, it's going to be to find things that make you laugh
more.
And if you're like a man watching this or like a nice lesbian,
you're looking at gauchos.
It's not the gauchos, although you can get these, or like, I forget who made them. Is it made by Johnny?
I don't know. Yeah, it's what.
They're like
Johnny 13.
Some heinous made in a sweat factory in like somewhere in Asia. But they were on Amazon and they were cheap. And I would love to have like homemade clothes, and I would love to be healthy enough to make my own clothes, maybe one day. But for now,
most people want like nice,
No, but they're cute, and I think that they're flattering. I don't know. Do they look
labeled clothing? You want homemade clothing?
Do they look like flattering on me?
They look very nice. That's very nice. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. Not wearing underwear.
So I don't own any underwear. So anyway, they were like $20. But they're like, I don't know if it's the right length. Like I always thought the gauchos I've had before have been like knee length. These are long. So
it's a long gaucho for winter.
But they're cheap and comfy, and Mama needs some of that. So worth checking out if you. Oh, Tracy says I have a nice booty. Thank you, girl. Oh, but what I was saying about being funny is if you can make a woman laugh, you can make her do anything. So
they're called chuckle fuckers, is what they are.
I don't even know what to say about that. I think specifically comedians. Do you have anything that you would like to express gratitude for before we go to sleep?
What don't I have gratitude? I'm glad that you saw a doctor today, and maybe it'll lead to something, and maybe it'll help me, et cetera, et cetera. Super thankful that I was in a position to close my eyes when I needed to today, this afternoon. That was crazy.
Yeah, I had a doctor's appointment. You took the afternoon off. How's that work?
Well, I blocked out my time. Plus, I've been working crazy hours the last 2 days in order to make this meeting today that the sales guys went to. So hopefully it did all right.
Hopefully.
Anyways, so that was good. I was thankful. I'm thankful. Always thankful to have work to do. Was thankful for that. was able to have and cook food in a timely fashion, and it was yummy. And those buffalo chicken calzones for lunch, that was kind of nice.
Good times.
Those are
Yeah,
all
make
good.
those buffalo chicken calzones. We gave you that recipe last week. Cottage cheese in the blender, buffalo sauce, little regular cheese, some cooked chicken. Make a little quesadilla on an almond flour tortilla, low carb,
Or whatever you
delicious. You can also make ranch with cottage cheese. Will give you even more protein. So anyway, great idea. Love you guys. Get some sleep. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
And that's all you get.